Great to have you with us. Now, Kyegile in the Wa municipality of the Upper West region was thrown into a state of mourning following the crashing to death of a 50-year-old Imam of the community. The deceased, Osman Musa, was run over and dragged several meters, resulting in the complete mutilation of the parts of his body by a big truck. The body of the deceased was taken to the Upper West Regional Hospital for autopsy. He has since been buried under strict Islamic tradition. Joy News' Upper West Regional correspondent Rafiq Salam was at the accident scene at Berihi and now reports.
The deceased 50-year-old Imam of the Kyegile Mosque, Osman Musa, met his untimely death on his way from Kyegile to Berihi to visit his sick father-in-law. The father-in-law a couple of days ago had a fracture after falling from a tree. On his way to visit him, Osman Musa bought Chelsea tea, granulated sugar, and bread, all wrapped in black polythene. Few meters to his destination, and on the Berihi to Mu highway, he was crushed to death by an articulated truck with registration number GT 4717N. Driver mate of the articulated truck, Hussein Kuntile, spoke to Joy News on what transpired.
The time we can't enter the town, must slow down. So, and the man was coming. Then
he was walking or he was riding bicycle?
He's walking.
Okay.
He was passing. The massa play on papa. So the man go this side, and massa to go this way. It's like someone was calling him or what. So the man come to the side that
someone was calling who?
It's like the man. So the man come to that side. Massa was taking. Massa have removed the man away. Then he's going to this side, and the man have come to that side again.
Ismail Konare is a resident of Berihi. He told me he was seated with his children when he suddenly heard a loud sound that even scared his children to run away. We saw him under the truck being dragged. Even my children were afraid and they ran away from the food they were cooking. The driver, upon alighting from the truck and seeing the mutilated body of the deceased, he wept and wailed uncontrollable. Personnel of the Motor Traffic Transport Unit, MTTU, of the Ghana Police Service came to the scene. They struggled to put the mutilated body of the deceased together to enable them send the body to the Upper West Regional Hospital morgue for autopsy. The police for now are tight-lipped on what might have caused the accident, except to say they are still investigating. Reporting for Joy News, Rafiq Salam, Berihi.
Now, a group of Christians calling themselves the Ghana Friends of Israel have described government's vote to reject the United States' intention to recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel as an error of judgment and a refusal to learn from history. The group contends historical data places Jerusalem as the undivided capital of the Jews and must be recognized as such.
We agree with the government's stand on the need for Palestinians to have their own state. But to take a stand that rejects Jerusalem as the undivided, eternal capital of Israel is a gross error of judgment, a blatant refusal to learn from history, and a gravely and costly mistake. First and foremost, divine truth asserts it. God says of the city in 1 Kings chapter 11 verse 36, Jerusalem, the city that I have chosen for myself to put my name there. The divine position on Jerusalem as an indivisible city chosen by God for the Jewish people is incontrovertibly made clear in Psalm 122 verse 3 to verse 4. Jerusalem is built as a city that is compact together, where the tribes go up, the tribes of the Lord, to the testimony of Israel, to give thanks to the name of the Lord. Furthermore, we know from the Holy Scriptures that even the New Jerusalem, the capital of the new earth that is to come, will maintain its Jewish flavor. with 12 gates named after the 12 tribes of Israel, built in heaven and descending from heaven to the new earth. There is no UN. The nations are not going to be partaking in this business. It is God in charge, building a whole city by himself and bringing it down to the new earth. So as for us as Christians, the people of the book, as we are called by other religions, Jerusalem has been, still is, and must, and shall remain the undivided, eternal capital of the Jewish people, and that is the truth. No other religion or people has any such claim on Jerusalem. Jerusalem has been and is a divinely chosen religious and political capital of the Jewish people. It has never been the capital of any other nation or people or religion. In fact, Jerusalem occurs more than 800 times in the Bible. Ghana has, by her vote, taken the wrong side. Indeed, we will go further to declare that if the government would like to test this position with a referendum, we know we will be vindicated. We accept the fact that Ghana is a secular state. We are not saying Ghana is a Christian nation. We know that it's a secular state, although we know that our first president, Kwame Nkrumah, made it clear that Ghana shall be a Christian nation. He said it very clear. We have the records. But today, we, as a people, have decided to be a secular nation. We have no problem with that. But the Christian majority cannot be altered. As of now, we form the majority. And that is why we are strong on this point, that if the government doubts our position, we know that a referendum will definitely vindicate us. We are therefore, in closing, calling on the government of Ghana to take appropriate measures to reverse the position it has taken so as to avert any calamity that not even billions of petrodollars pledged can avert. Yes, we are going to raise repentance. We have started praying already and asking God for forgiveness. But we are calling on the government of Ghana. We know that they speak for the people. We voted them into power. And they have said many things. That's why we started by congratulating our president about the need to wean ourselves of development aid. But on this issue of Jerusalem, we are saying they have not spoken for the majority of Ghanaians. And if they doubt what we are saying, they can try it with a referendum. We shall be vindicated. We must learn from history. We must learn from history. If we don't learn from history, then we are moving forward into the dark. We implore you to please consider this decision and rescind it.
Now, they share the same compound with a pub, but for years, the House of Parliament Chapel International, formerly called Freedom Chapel, and the Oyinka Spot have coexisted. Guess what? As many individuals marked the crossing over into the new year, there was split attendance as the two venues, as some congregants poured out into the pub minutes after crossing over. Joy News' Kobla Adam was there and brings us a wrap.
I am currently in front of the Freedom Chapel here at Official Town in Dakuman, and as you can see from the pictures, the place is full and people are standing outside here just observing the 31st night service. And I'm told that inside the Reverend Apostle Francis Amakwata is the one who is admonishing congregants here at the Freedom Chapel at Dakuman. And I'm also told that from where I stand, a few meters from where I stand, is the Oyinka Sports, which is supposed to be where many of the revelers right from this premises of the church will move to mark the crossing over into the new year. So in a short while, I will be making my way to the spot to speak to a few people, to speak to the people who work there, how they are preparing for this particular crossover. And also, shortly, I'll be joined by some people who have come to fellowship here to tell us how they are marking the crossover. Thank you very much, sir, for your time. Do you fellowship here every day?
Yes, I do fellowship here every day.
Okay, how significant is today's service for you as an individual?
Well, we always normally see 31st night to be a very significant day, but I know one thing for sure, that you didn't need 31st night to make everything significant for you in the year. you always need to pray, and then like Papa is preaching now, we are getting out of our Egypt and we are crossing over to the year 2018. It is time for us as the youth, we should come out from our shells and start working hard to make sure that whatever we are supposed to achieve in the country, we need to just move on and then make things move ahead for us.
Some people have said that some of these services are just a formality. People want to just mark the passing over into the other year. Is that the case for many of you? Do you know?
It might be the case for some people. If you don't get a message like what Papa is preaching now, it will be a normal formality for you. But some of us that we know, and we know the kind of message Papa preaches to us, he's teaching us how to work hard as youth. He's teaching us how to make sure that we will not focus on things that will not be like it is not priority to us, but rather we need not to come out and then make sure that we work hard for the year. We normally cross over, like you said, and people use it to be a normal like formality, like you also said now. But we think that we won't let it be a normal formality when we work hard, like I've already said, and just make sure that whatever we look at forward in the year 2018, we just only have to make sure that we just go for it and work hard and make things about.
Before I let you go, the past crossing over and then the one before the past one, how did you mark it and how different are those from what's happening now, you'd say?
Well, it was very good, but this year there is a little bit change we can see. You know, like Papa was saying, like now, things were a little bit hard the previous year.
I'm told that in 45 minutes exactly, the pub is going to be full to capacity with individuals moving right from here to the pub just to mark the crossing over into the new year. So we are currently in the Onyeka Sports, and I'm told that there are hundreds of drinks that have already been stocked in freezers, expecting the hundreds of people who will be leaving the churches to come and celebrate the passing over or the crossing over here. And Madam Onyeka here will tell me a bit more. Me pacho na o kase drinks no what's stocky freezing pa.
Pacho ane drinks we ice chests we contain more than 30 crates. Ni na besa after 12 o'clock.
Me who soft drinks kakra, me who Guinness kakra, me who other minerals. Since you say ni na besa inume.
Pacho ane ye wo mom nom soft drink and ye mom nom alcohol no so. To bia ba obenya ne de.
Na me who other fridges 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No my feeling na no so more than e betimi aton be 70 crates after 12. Ni na besa.
This particular one, ice cold beer, the fridge. How many drinks now say?
It take be 17 crates.
And a Coca-Cola you know.
And also be 15. We no soft drink ne niema no. And a club products nso na ho no. Ni na besa.
Na all catch me say customers ne bi ba omo pe soft, bi ba omo pe hard. Na won so na catch me say e bi ma omo ba omo bu too much on ton e no.
Se me hwe na what try limit there me ton ma.
But say customers they say customers are always right to ana.
By enye say me ton senti no me ma wa boa ma what say niema na say bibi. Me hu say wa body a me ton ma.
Na when your instance bi wa ha a amanfo aba omo aboa na omo ntimi ankofi ana na omo ntimi nyom ho hwe.
Oh, it's on discipline.
You just heard there, Madam Onyeka. She's simply been briefing us on the quantities of minerals, soft and hard, she's had in stock, expecting the hundreds of individuals who will be leaving the various churches at midnight to come and then have fun here for crossing over into the new year.
What you see, what your expectation can take you to cross. It will be expectation is 2018 obenya obeware obenya ka nyame hira no. The boss share over 2018. It won't he will not die. Do a lot. Because of
We're grateful to God. It's been a tough year, but the Bible admonishes us to believe in Him. People's expectations have led them to cross over into this year. We are grateful for how far the Lord has brought us. Many were the challenges, but overall, God has been good. I had so many expectations for 2017, and not all of them were achieved, but I hope to achieve job satisfaction, job stability, and financial soundness in this year, 2018.
Like many swadi hunu eye bebre, but ebi bemu, but ebi amemu. 2017 many swadi hunu de. ɛdɔɔso like 2018 yɛ a yɛsi mu yi sikasɛm ne ade ɛbɔ mpa yɛ sɛ nyankopɔn bɛtotototo ne nyinaa yie na yɛsikasɛm akɔ yie.
It's a few minutes past 2 a.m. here at the Lord's Parliament Chapel International inside Official Town, where service to mark the crossing over into 2018 has just ended, and many of the congregants are heading home. But for some others, it's an opportunity to lay down their Bibles and their hymnals and then make merry. And as I mentioned, Oyinka Sport, which is a few meters away from where I stand at this premises, is where many of the congregants are going to be headed to mark the crossing over into the new year 2018.
Let's stay with issues having to do with the crossover into 2018, because on the Oxford Street of Osu in Accra, cracking fireworks welcomed 2018. The partygoers greeted the new year with joy when the clock chimed midnight. They described 2017 as a challenging year and were hopeful that 2018 will be kind to them. Joy News' Latif Idris and Jackie Nate crossed over into 2018 at Osu in Accra and came through with the following report.
Jackie is going to take us to some customers who have come here at Lizzie Sport to have fun. This is where they are crossing over to 2018.
We're actually finding out from people how they are crossing over and all that. So I'm joined by a beautiful lady here. Hi, welcome to Join You.
Thank you.
What's your name, please?
Becca.
Becca. Why are you here at this time?
I come out to meet my friend.
So how are you ushering yourself into 2018? What are your resolutions for 2018?
I thank God for the life, for letting me see 2018. And then I'm enjoying Ghana.
You're enjoying Ghana? You're Ghanaian. You're not Ghanaian, I guess.
I'm from Nigeria.
Hi, you're welcome to Join You.
Thank you.
Yeah, what is your name?
English, no English problem. Turkey.
Oh, okay. So we find out he doesn't really speak a lot of English. So let's hear from more people.
Turkey good, Ghana good.
Ghana is good. You love the country, right?
Turkey good, Ghana good.
Ghana good. The place is really noisy, but we'll try and manage to speak to a lot of them. So this gentleman here who is dancing his heart out. Hi, you're welcome to Join You.
Oh, like...
What's your name?
My name is Emmanuel.
Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Why this place?
Oh, this place is a container.
Why are you here? Why are you here today?
Oh, we are just here to have a little fun for 31st.
31st. Why didn't you go to church?
Oh, because most of us are Muslims. We can't even attend to the church. That's why we came here for a small enjoyment.
Wow, you're really dancing to the song. Hey! Hi! Are you a Ghanaian?
No, Mariam.
Where are you from?
Medina.
Medina. Okay, why here? Why didn't you have fun at Medina or else?
I know this place is nice. That's why I came here.
Wow. How are you? What are your resolutions? What are you expecting that should happen in 2018 for you? What are your resolutions?
Oh, but a lot.
Example, tell me some.
Like prosper, enjoy, peace. A lot.
I wish you the very best. Happy New Year in advance. Okay, so Latif, I'm going to hand over the microphone to you so you do justice to the DJ.
All right, thank you, Jackie. So Jackie has taken us to some customers who have thronged here at the Lizzie Sports.
Yeah.
Just on the shoulders of the Oxford Street. And there is this cliche that says that every man for himself, God for us all.
Exactly.
So whilst thousands, if not millions, have gathered in the church, worshiping God, crossing over into 2018, there are some who have, come here to just take it easy and cool. And these are the individuals we are engaging to find out why they decided to cross over to 2018 at a pub and not in the church. So let's go on and engage some more, revelers who in their numbers. So, hello, Mom.
Good evening.
Good evening. What's your name?
Leah.
Leah?
Yes.
From where?
I'm from Holland.
From Poland?
Yes.
And you are here celebrating Christmas and crossing over to 2018.
Oh, yes.
Why did you choose Ghana and Accra?
Oh, one part is I'm visiting my husband, and the second reason is I'm in Keta.
You work in Keta?
Yes.
In the Volta region. What do you do?
I
teach women?
Yes.
Okay. So, are you a religious woman?
Of course. We all are, right?
So why are you crossing over at the pub and not in the church?
Oh, but I believe the true religion is...
So, how are you crossing over to 2018?
No, I want to celebrate it with the people I love, and I want to wish all the people in the surrounding the best. And for sure, we need love rule.
When are you going back to Poland?
February.
February.
Yes.
I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
The best
you
of 2018.
Too. Yes, you.
My name is Barkis Ibrahim.
Barkis, are you a Christian?
No, I'm a Muslim. New Year is a Muslim Christian. We are one. So we eat. New Year is for everybody. It's not for Christians or Muslims.
You've been dancing for the past 30, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
What have you taken?
I've not taken anything.
Where is the energy coming from?
It's coming from where I start from. Because when I was young, I was a dancer.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't have anybody to push me.
Wow.
That's why I stopped.
So you are crossing over to 2018 here at the pub. Why did you decide to cross over at the pub and not in church?
Because of my problem. That's why I didn't go to church. Because if I have anybody to help me, I will go to church. Because of that, I think too much.
What problem are we talking about? Do you mind sharing?
I was a footballer. So I don't have anybody to push me. That's I stopped. Yeah. So that problem make me here.
That's a touching story from Kyegile. An ex-footballer, things didn't work out for him, and so he's taken to, drinking. Reason why he's not in church and is crossing over from the pub. I wish you all the best, Kyegile, in 2018.
Yes.
I wish you all the best.
Yes.
2018 is here. 2018 is here on the Oxford Street. So 2018 is here, and the fireworks have started here at the Oxford Street.
Wow, I'm really enjoying myself here, Latif. Trust me. The fireworks are still, I've never slightly direct under the fireworks before. This is my first time, and I am so scared. I'm thinking something, it might just pop onto my head.
Yeah. So it's 2018, and we're on the Oxford Street, and the fireworks have started.
You can't help but to enjoy the crossover with Latif and Jackie there at Osu. Well, as many mark their crossover into the new year as various churches and pubs, there were some for whom faith or religion meant they marked the transition in their homes. Joy News' Komla Adom has been to Nema to engage some Muslims on New Year's Day and reports some of them have resolved to give their relations a special treat, including flying their parents to Mecca.
We're trying to speak to a few people to find out how they crossed over into the year 2018, and I've been joined by Mr. Imam Onyako. It's been a few hours into 2018. Where were you before day broke today?
Oh no, we were praying to God for guidance and everything. By His grace, we wake up in the morning and we are all good and sound. Yeah.
Well, some people have said that it is better to mark the crossover in a holy place, just so that maybe all things will work together for them for good in the coming year. Do you agree with such people?
100%. You have to be in a good place, sound and decent.
You better cross over into 2018. You're not away.
Now me prayers.
Maybe I try away fine.
Them.
Now every year, is that what you do before you cross over into 2000 the next year?
Yes.
Now difference being now Obeka said the last year crossover has been from today's event.
Oh, you are fine. Afini nyina.
Now let's talk about business as well. Now Christmas yedi yetwema yedi wie no. Business ekoso yedi.
Oh, ekoso so. Kakra nya kakra.
Now in 2017 na iniswadi hunu be na wo say by the end of 2017 opese wa achieve ansa na year na be wie.
Oh, me bon pa se nya me mama ahwande. Na mentimi ye adwuma komenu.
Okay. Now is that the same thing I will buy for this year?
Yes.
Now, many spend the night either praying or celebrating to usher in the new year and holding out hope for a fresh start and new beginnings. Newborns are a prime example of that fresh start, and their birth comes along with a lot of hope and joy for the future. Johnny is going to visit a few of these newborns, and that came into the world on the first day of 2018.
The Greater Accra Regional Hospital at Ridge may seem quiet and serene, but there was plenty of cause to celebrate on the first day of 2018 as 5 babies were successfully delivered.
We had about 5 babies born this new year. Others are fine, and their babies are also very fine. They are very fine. Yeah.
Kojo Domanyo and Nana Joa Dubia were born both around 1:30 a.m. early Monday morning. Relatives of the newborns were happy to share the excitement of their birth. The mother is fine. She's strong, and the child is also strong. I thank God that she was born today. I know that this child is a blessing to us and all of Ghana. I love her, and I'm happy she was born today. I'm happy he was born on 1st January. I'm happy he was born because since he was born on the first day of 2018, he will bring in a good year. I hope this year will be well. The midwives at the Greater Accra Regional Hospital also had some well wishes for the newborns and their families.
We as health workers, it's our duty to ensure that both mother and baby are well. And for us, that is the most important thing. So our wish for them is to be healthy, to take care of their babies well, and a good life all in all. Yeah.
Still watching Joy News today. Stay with us. Thanks for staying with us. Now, former President Jerry John Rawlings is defending his consistent criticisms of the National Democratic Congress, NDC, saying as the founder of the party, he has a duty to fix his party before looking elsewhere. Some NDC officials have criticized Mr. Rawlings for constantly focusing on the flaws of the party he established. But speaking at the 31st December Revolution's 36th anniversary, he insisted that he needs, for removing the log in his eye, to be able to expose the speck in another's eye.
Some latter-day party officials have now made it their chore to denigrate me for speaking loudly and forcefully about the wrongs in the NDC when the party was in power. Many of these political novices, eager to please their paymasters, may be oblivious to the countless times my counsel was treated with contempt. I cannot lay claim to the position of party founder and spend time criticizing another party or institution when my own house, is burning. Wow! Removing the log in my eye is the only way to legitimize my right to expose the speck in another's. I have on a number of occasions made remarks about the current president. That notwithstanding, I have to caution that the rise of reckless vigilantism, which is breeding a new standard in lawlessness, has to be brought to book. Vigilantism perceived to be protected by political authority is a one-way road to break down law and order. The attacks on the High Court in Kumasi, the recent attacks on a member of parliament in Brongahafo, and other reported incidents of high-handedness by perceived political agents have to be denounced forcefully and dealt with in a firm and swift manner that will inspire public confidence. Ladies and gentlemen, one cannot also overlook reports of official indiscretion in the cash for dinner seats affair. I expect the executive to similarly respond appropriately to the reported inflated budgetary allocations by a particular ministry, which has elicited some negative responses from the general public. Left unattended to, these acts can lead to the escalation of corruption in our country.
Now, senior lecturer at the Political Science Department of the University of Ghana, Professor Ransford Jampo, has called on former President Jerry John Rawlings to direct his probity and accountability sermons as the Akufo-Addo regime. At a ceremony to mark the 36th anniversary of the 31st December coup in 1981, Mr. Rawlings lashed at his own party, saying the NDC had deviated from the principles that defined the 1981 uprising from which the NDC was born. Professor Jampo says President Rawlings' advice to his party is good, but he appears to be harder on his party, which is in opposition, than the current government, which also has some allegations of corruption hanging around its neck.
The lead up to 2012 election, his demeanor and public utterances in support of the then opposition, and now we have the opposition being in government. And if Rawlings speaks against corruption, I believe that there's been several. Recently, there was a write-up by an investigative journalist, Manasseh, that sort of chronicled instances of corrupt deals that could have been tackled effectively by the current regime. These have seemingly been glossed over, and Manasseh wrote extensively about them. I was expecting people like Jerry Rawlings to also, hide some of these things as a way of keeping the existing regime on its toes in fighting corruption and all that. But the kinds of things he said about, in his speech were quite soft and were just mere admonition, not typical of the man Jerry Rawlings and his public utterances against some of these things that are described as, social evils or ills of society and all.
We stay with politics because almost a year after the National Democratic Congress defeat, former President Mahama is pointing to economic reforms initiated by his administration as possible causes of the party's loss in the last general elections. Speaking at a commemoration ceremony to mark the 36th anniversary of the 31st December revolution in the Volta Regional Capital Hall, Mr. Mahama said their defeat at the polls was self-inflicted. He was, however, confident that they will emerge victorious again.
So, in the last 4 years, because of the need to undertake certain important reforms in order that the economy could grow exponentially, we must have created some hardship for the people of Ghana, and I'll be the last to run away from that fact. And when you have an opportunistic opponent willing to take advantage of any such difficulty, then you have the kind of result that we all found. That milk will never come back into the cup you are holding. And so what we need to do is, one, to find out what happened, which we have done continuously the whole year with participatory reports and debates in all parts of the party about what happened. But as I said before, as a commander who led army into battle, I must take ultimate responsibility for that loss. And I continue to take ultimate responsibility for the loss. A lot of our wounds were self-inflicted, and I'm sure that there are as many opinions about what caused our loss as there are members in our party. But I must say that NDC will rise again.
And so watching Joy News today, Emmanuel Abuajibiafi brings us business.